a super cool song, Heard So Good by John Mellencamp. We're gonna play it in a way that you can play it solo. You're gonna try to be the drums and the bass and all the instruments in one acoustic guitar. You guys can download the chart in the link below at mechanicsandmusic.com. It's got all the chords, it's got the words and everything, and you can print it off or you can follow along on the screen. And let's just dive right in. So first thing you need to do, capo second fret. We're gonna play it in the key of A, but we're gonna use G chord shapes. So transposing up two semitones. Music theory, woohoo, we love it. So we're gonna play G, D, E minor, and C. I use stretchy C, and this is my go-to C with the two fingers there. Since I love to strum all the strings, I like to have my ring finger there and my pinky right below. Technically that's called a C over G chord. We're just gonna call it a C chord for today. The G chord I'm using is the two fingers G chord like that, because when I go to the D chord, I leave my ring finger pressed, and that is gonna sound really good tying those two chords together, and it helps me kind of anchor my transition from G to D. If you're a total beginner, that is a chord change you wanna practice all the time. G to D, just go back and forth. Then we need E minor. I use E minor with these two fingers. You can use these two fingers, whatever fingers you want, and then C chord. All we need is those four chords. For our strumming pattern, I'm going to use pattern number 10, which is down, down, up, down, up, down, up. One time on each chord. To this strumming pattern. I want to give it like a kick drum and a bass thing. So the first drum that I'm going to do is a bit more focused on the low strings, maybe my E, A, maybe the D string. And I'm going to hit those pretty hard on beat 1, and then beat 2 is a full strum where I fan out all the strings. So 1, 2, and 3. Minor that I do in all kinds of different songs, just to give a little bit more space. You don't have to be strumming full strums all the time. Add some dynamics within your strumming pattern, and that goes a long way to sounding pretty cool. What else? I'm also going to build up my strumming when I'm going into the chorus. So there's no drummer playing the cymbals and stuff. I got to do it all with this guitar. So when I'm on the D chord going into the chorus, I am going to just switch to down, 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 down. I'm going to crescendo. I'm going to rock all the beats down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then when I hit that G chord of the chorus, I'm going to rock it hard. Hurts so good. Do you see how big my strums are on my right hand? I am rocking out. They're huge. They're not tiny little. My right hand is keeping the beat. It's rocking out. You want to be entertaining when you're playing too. So give it some energy, like let it flow, people. Also, it's fun just to rock out. All right, there's some cool stuff I want to teach you. The first thing is in the chorus. Sometimes love don't feel like it should. So the changes of the chord, the C and the E minor chord, are a little bit tricky, but also super cool. They rush into the E minor chord. Let's play the chorus, and I'll show you what I mean. Hurts so good. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it should. Make it hurt so good. So I'm going to the E minor chord on an up strum. On C chord, down, up, down, and then I switch to E minor, up. So that'll be on beat 2, and we're gonna rush into it a little bit, and it's in the song that's matching up with what the rest of the band is doing, and it just gives you that like, oh yeah, there's the next chord, chorus, lots of energy. And then I'm just finishing off the rest of that bar on E minor, just with some other down ups. This is kind of like pattern 6. I also want to say this is the pattern 10, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, but I'm going to be rocking in and out of that pattern just to give energy. I don't want to just stick, you know, it's not so strict. You're going to use your strums just to tell the story of the song. Like I always say, you want to do big strums, you want to do small strums, you want to change the loudness and the number of strings that you hit. All that stuff just adds interest to your song. And I'm rocking out. When I hit that E minor chord, it's like, boom, E minor, let's go. So let's try the whole chorus together. We'll go a little bit slow. Starting on a G chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hurts so good. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it should. Make it hurt so good. Now that brings me to the D chord at the end of the chorus. You make it, I'm doing 2 strums and then I'm chopping it off to give a little silence, and then boom, hurt so good. The title of the song, the hook of the song. So let's just go through the chorus again. We'll do that little switch to the E minor, and then we'll do the 2 strums on D, chop. 1, 2, chop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hurt so go back, play that over a couple times if you need some more practice. Let's move along to the riffs. Woo! Now this is a great reason why I play it in the key of G, because I can do the riffs like built into my chord, and I can continue to play and accompany myself. And it doesn't sound like, oh my God, she stopped playing the guitar and now she's doing the riff. This sounds really weird. So it's like continues the song, which I think sounds cool when you're playing solo. So there's 2 riffs, I call it. Riff number 1 is at the beginning. It's just some big chords. Maybe it's not really a riff, but it's just a cool thing. So you're gonna start on a D chord, and you'll do some big D chords and big G chords like this. Starts on beat 4. 1, 2, 3. So let's break that down a little bit. I'm starting on a D chord, and I'm strumming that on beat 4, and I'm gonna do a down strum, and then I go quickly to my G chord and an up strum on G, and that's on beat 4 and. So it's gonna be D, G, really fast. Remember what I said earlier? You wanna practice that chord change? Here's a great reason why. D, G, and you let that chord ring for the rest of the bar. So let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. And then we do the opposite on the way back. We go G, D. And this time we're gonna chop the chord off. So I'm using the palm of my hand just to mute all the strings. And I'm getting an added little bonus by hearing the click of the strings hitting the frets. Kind of like a snare drum thing, just a little bit of added, boom, this is a rock and roll song that I'm playing on the acoustic guitar. So let's try putting those 2 bars together, starting on our D chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. And then we just repeat that. The second time we repeat it, when we're on the D chord, we're gonna build it up. Again, we're going to that down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and we're rocking out, we're crescendoing, getting louder, energy. So let's try those 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's do it one more time. I'm not gonna count, but I'm gonna add a couple more strums just to build the energy a little bit more. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Now we're going into riff 2. Riff 2 is a little more technical. We start with a G chord. Now here is a spot where I'm going to use Pinky G, I call it. And if I ever become a rapper, my rapper name might be Pinky G. What's up? So Pinky G is when you use your pinky down here, and then you use your ring and middle finger. And this first finger is over here because he's ready for the next couple notes that we're going to need for this riff. So this is my Pinky G. It's still a regular G chord. There's a lot of ways to play the G chord. You could play this throughout the whole song if you wanted to. Anytime you see a G, this is a totally acceptable version of G chord. It's really nice when you're going from G to stretchy C because they're very similar, but anyway, that's another topic. Let's break it down. We start on our Pinky G shape. We're going to strum just 2 or 3 strings of that G chord. We don't want the full sound, we just want, yeah, rock and roll. So E, A, and D maybe, or even just E and A. After that, I'm going down to part of a D7 chord if I was doing a full D7, but I don't really need this ring finger, so I'm not going to bother. I'm going to keep it ready to go for the next part after this. So I keep it just hovering, and that's a good habit to get into. Keep your other fingers that aren't being used just ready to go. Instead of tucking them down, keep them above the strings, just hovering so they're ready for their big moment. And I strum 2 strings. I only need 2 strings to make this happen. The G and the B string. I strum it 3 times, and then I lift both fingers off and I strum the 2 open strings. Let's zoom in on that a little bit. So I'm on Pinky G. I go down to the D7 chord shape 3 times. 1, 1, 2, 3, lift off. All right. Now the next thing I do, I put my middle finger on the D string, 2nd fret, and I strum this time the D and the G string. And then I do the same thing. I lift both fingers off and I strum those strings by themselves again. So I've got a G, D7 chord shape, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then I've got this cool little riff at the end. I'm using a hammer on there, so the D string, open, hammer on, and then the G string below. D string, hammer on 2nd fret, G string. Let's try the whole thing. G, D7 chord shape. Ooh, yeah. Now let's try it in time. I'll count nice and slow. And we'll just loop it a couple times, get some practice in. 1, 2, 3, 4, G. So he does that riff 4 times. So what I would do to practice that, for one, you can slow this video down. You can put me at 50%, 75% speed, and just rewind that section and go through it again. Also, I would try just doing it without any timing. Don't rush it. I know you can hear it in your head and you know what you want it to sound like, but it's not going to sound like that at first. So the best thing you can do is just get your fingers moving in the right spot, get your pick to the right strings, and just build up the muscle memory of where they have to go, and then slowly speed it up from there. If you actually practice it wrong a whole bunch of times and you keep screwing it up, you're going to actually teach yourself to do it wrong, and you're going to make the brain connections and science and stuff. So don't do that. Let's go through it a couple more times slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. right, should we try it at full speed? 1, 2, ready, go. Cool. Awesome. Keep practicing that. It's a riff worth learning, I think, because it's pretty iconic and awesome. And it happens a couple times throughout the song. So it happens after the chorus every time. He kind of plays it and rocks it out at the end, and it's in the intro. So I think we have all the pieces to make this an epic song. Oh, one more thing. There's a cool spot where they have a drum thing. I'm going to do just like a bit of a beatbox thing. Not that I'm a beatboxer, but it's just kind of fun. And it's in the verses, with a girl like you. So you're gonna just chop the chord off and you're gonna leave room for the drums. And a lot of people who know the song in their head, they're gonna have the drum thing playing anyways, or you can always kind of hit your guitar, do some chucks. So let's look at verse 1. This is the third line of verse 1. With a girl like you. I'm getting old, so much older. I love all those young boy ways. With a girl like you. With a girl like you. So I played the D chord. With a girl like you. I think some chucks is the right move here. With a girl like you. So I strum beat 1, and then I chop it, and I chop it on beat 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. With a girl like you. 2, 3, 4. And I'm gonna rush in again to the G chord, just like we did on the E minor chord in the chorus. I'm gonna just rock the G chord a half of a beat early, and it's just exciting. It just adds so much energy. That's where the drums do a little hit and the rest of the band kind of plays there too. So I'm gonna come in on an up strum. With a girl like you. With a girl like you. Yeah, beat 4 and then I'm kind of, this is a great example of when I'm just changing my strumming pattern a little bit to craft some excitement into the song. So I'm leaving out beat 1. I'm just letting that chord ring, letting it simmer, letting people be in the moment of how cool that little rhythmic thing was. And then I'm going to my D chord after. So let's try verse 1, just verse 1, with that little thing, with a girl like you in the third line. And this also happens in verse 2. Hey baby, it's you, is the words there. Verse 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I was a young boy, crescendo going into the chorus. A couple other things let me tell you about this song. In the bridge, at the end of the bridge, he plays the D chord. He plays it for 10 bars, and it goes on a little long. We're not going to play it for 10 whole bars. I'm going to just count us in, and we're going to go to the chorus. But I want you to feel the dynamics there. Bring it down, and then and it ramps back up, and then, of course, we go to the chorus, and we rock out. And we're gonna end with a couple times through the riff. Another thing I wanna mention is the timing in the first line of the bridge. I ain't made no plans myself. I ain't talking no big deals. I ain't made no plans myself. Only 2 beats on the E minor and the G chord. So for there, I'll just do 2 down strums. Down, down, up on E minor. Down, down, up. just another cool little thing that gives a lot of energy, changing chords a little bit quicker than normal. Okay, let's play it through at slightly slower than normal tempo, and I'll kind of yell out the different parts for you guys to follow along, and I will do my best not to speed up, but there's a lot of energy in this song, so let's go. Riff 1, then riff 2, and then we're straight into verse 1. And remember, we do the riffs after the choruses, and we'll do it again at the end. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, D, 2, 3, G, chuck, chuck. 2, 3, G, and build it up, riff 2. Verse 1. When I was a young boy, said put away those young boy ways. Now that I'm getting older, so much older, I love all those young boy days. With a girl like you, with a girl like you. Lord knows there are things we can do, baby. Just me and you. Come on, make it up. Hurt so good. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it should. Make it hurt so good. Verse 2. Don't have to be so exciting. Just try to give myself a little bit of fun, yeah. You always look so inviting. You ain't as green as you are young. Hey baby, it's you. Come on girl, now it's you. Sink your teeth right through my bones, baby. Let's see what we can do. Come on, make it up. Hurt so good. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it should. Make it hurt so good. Here's the bridge. I ain't talking no big deals. I ain't made no plans myself. I ain't talking no high heels. Maybe we could walk around all day long. Walk around all day long. One, 2, 3, 4. Hurt so good. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it should. Make it hurt so good. Hurt so good. Come on, baby, now. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it should. Make it hurt so good. Woo! Nice job. So a lot of that stuff we learned is kind of optional, so just pick and choose some of the cool bits that you want to add in for your own version and keep working on them. Have fun playing along with this. Don't forget, if you guys enjoy these videos, I appreciate your comments and all the encouragement to keep making more, because it seems like a lot of people find them helpful. And don't forget to like it, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. You can also check out mechanicsmusic.com for other cool resources and playlists and videos and all kinds of stuff. And then I guess I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Keep strumming, keep smiling. Peace and love. so good.